The sky was dark, and the air was thick with smoke. Liam, a young boy of about 7, stood in the middle of a busy street. He could hear the loud sounds of shouting and explosions in the distance. People were running in every direction, some with tears in their eyes, others holding hands with their children. The noise was frightening, and Liam felt small and scared. Just a few hours ago, Liam had been at home with his family. He remembered his mother's warm smile and his father's strong hands. But everything changed when the war started. The loud sounds of bombs and gunfire had come closer and closer until they could no longer stay in their home. His father had told him to run and find safety. Liam had to leave, but his mother and father were not with him now. Liam did not know where to go. The streets were full of people, but no one looked at him. He felt alone, lost in the big city. He tried to call out for his parents, but his voice was lost in the noise. He looked around, hoping to see someone he knew, but there was no one. His stomach growled. It had been hours since he had eaten. He wished he had food, but the street was empty. He walked slowly, his feet tired from all the running. He did not know where to find help, but he knew he needed to keep moving. Liam decided to walk toward a small park that he could see in the distance. Maybe it was safer there. He hoped he would find someone who could help him, someone who could tell him where his family was. But as he walked, his heart felt heavy. What if he never saw his family again? Liam reached the park, but it was not the peaceful place he had hoped for. People were sitting on the grass, some crying, others talking softly. They looked tired and scared, just like him. He stood at the edge of the park, unsure of what to do next. He wanted to ask someone for help, but he didn't know who to trust. After a few minutes, an older woman noticed him standing alone. She had kind eyes and a warm smile, but her face was also full of worry. She walked over to Liam and knelt down so she could look into his eyes. "Are you lost, little one?" she asked gently. Liam nodded, feeling his eyes fill with tears. He wanted to say something, but his throat felt tight. He couldn't find the words. "My name is Sarah," the woman said. "Where is your family?" Liam swallowed hard. "I don't know," he whispered. I was with my parents, but we got separated. There was a lot of noise and I ran." Sarah looked at him for a moment, her expression softening. "It's okay," she said. "Hey, you're safe here. Come with me. We'll find a way to help you." Liam followed Sarah, feeling a little better. She seemed kind, and he trusted her. As they walked through the park, he felt a small sense of hope rise in his heart. Maybe everything would be okay. Maybe he would find his family again. But deep down, Liam still felt afraid. The world around him was so different now. He wasn't sure if he could ever go back to the way things were. Sarah led Liam to a small building at the edge of the park. It looked like a safe place. There were other people inside, sitting quietly, talking in soft voices. Some were drinking tea, while others were writing notes or reading books. The room felt calm and warm, and Liam liked it there. "Sit here," Sarah said, pointing to a chair by the window. "I'll get you something to eat." Liam nodded and sat down, looking out the window. He could still hear the distant sound of the city, but it felt far away now. The people in the room seemed to have a quiet strength. He wondered if they were all like him, lost and scared, trying to find a way back home. A few minutes later, Sarah returned with a warm plate of food. Liam hadn't realized how hungry he was until he saw the food. He ate slowly, his thoughts still on his family. Where were they? Were they looking for him? "Are you feeling better?" Sarah asked after a while. Liam nodded again, but he didn't feel better. He was still worried. He didn't want to be here alone. He wanted to be with his family, with his mother and father. "We will help you find your family, Liam," Sarah said kindly. "But first you need to rest. You've been through a lot." Liam felt the weight of her words. Maybe Sarah was right. Maybe he did need rest. He leaned back in the chair, closing his eyes for a moment. He tried to imagine his family, to picture them smiling and safe. But the more he thought about them, the more his heart hurt. The world felt so big now. He wasn't sure if he could ever feel safe again. The next morning, Liam woke up early. The sun was just starting to rise and the room was filled with soft light. He felt strange, like everything was different now. The bed he slept in was not his own, and the people around him were strangers. Sarah came in with a smile. "Good morning, Liam," she said. "How did you sleep?" Liam sat up slowly. "I slept okay," he said, not sure if he believed it. "We have a meeting today. We're going to talk about where you can stay and how we can help you," Sarah explained. "But first, we'll have breakfast." Liam followed her to a small kitchen, where there were other people sitting around a table eating. They looked friendly and some of them waved at him. Liam smiled weakly and sat down at the table. The food was simple, but it tasted good. As he ate, he thought about the day ahead. Would they find his family? Would he ever see his parents again? His heart was full of questions. Sarah sat next to him and said softly, "We have been helping children like you for a long time. You are not alone anymore. We will help you through this." Liam nodded, but deep down he didn't feel so sure. He didn't know these people. They were kind, but they weren't his family. He wanted to find his parents. He wanted to go home. After breakfast, Sarah took Liam to a small office where other people were waiting. They asked him questions about his family, where he lived, and how he had gotten lost. Liam told them everything he could remember, but it was hard. He wanted to forget the terrible things he had seen. "Don't worry, Liam," Sarah said. "After the meeting, we will do everything we can to help you." But Liam didn't feel any better. He wanted to be with his family. He didn't want to stay here with strangers. Days passed and Liam stayed with Sarah's family. He was safe, but he missed his parents so much. Every night he would lie awake in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering where they were and if they were okay. Sarah and her family treated him kindly, but it was not the same as being with his own family. They took him to school, and he made new friends, but there was always a feeling in his heart that something was missing. One day Sarah sat down with Liam. "I know it's hard," she said softly, "but you are not alone. We are here to help you, and we will try to find your family." Liam looked at her. "Do you think I will ever see them again?" he asked quietly. Sarah gave him a gentle smile. "I believe you will. We are working hard to find them." Liam wanted to believe her. He really did, but a part of him was scared. What if he never saw his parents again? What if they were lost forever? Weeks went by, and Liam started to feel like part of the family. He helped Sarah in the garden, played with the other kids, and even started to smile again. But deep down, he never forgot about his parents. One afternoon after school, Sarah came to him with some news. "Liam," she said, "we found something. We found a clue about your family." Liam's heart raced. "What is it?" he asked eagerly. Sarah's eyes sparkled. "We found a person who knows your parents. They are looking for you too." Liam felt a rush of hope. Maybe, just maybe, he would see his parents again. Liam's heart was full of excitement. The thought of seeing his parents again made him feel alive. He could hardly sleep that night, his mind racing with thoughts of the reunion. The next day, Sarah took Liam to meet the person who had information about his parents. The road felt long, but Liam's hope grew stronger with every step. He thought about how much he had missed his parents and how much he wanted to see them again. When they arrived, an older man stood waiting for them. His face was kind, and he smiled when he saw Liam. "I know where your parents are," he said gently. Liam's heart skipped a beat. "Where are they? Are they okay?" he asked quickly. The man nodded. "They are safe, and they have been looking for you. They are waiting for you." Tears filled Liam's eyes as he hugged Sarah. "Thank you," he whispered. "Thank you for everything." Sarah smiled at him. "You are family now. I'm happy for you." Liam couldn't wait to be with his parents again. After what felt like a lifetime of waiting, the moment had finally come. He was going home. And so, with hope in his heart, Liam was on his way to reunite with his family, knowing that love would always bring them back together.